What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series Talk Show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today is the day. We're continuing our little trend here of doing top 10s.
We're going list crazy because there's no Black Series news.
Yes.
And it's the beginning of the new year, so we usually like to make these videos, fire them off all in a row.
And today that means we are counting down the top 10 Black Series figures of all time. So this is everything.
Yeah.
All of it is on the table. Anything can make the list.
2013 to 2022 now.
Yes. And Justin, not much changed between this year and last year. We said it before, but you know, 2020 still probably the best year ever for a Black Series.
Yeah.
You know, 2021 was good, but
2021 was just, it was few and far between. It was a little more spread out.
Right.
Not as many releases, I feel like. So yeah, it's a very similar list to last year with a few tweaks and differences, but just sit back and enjoy all the same.
So before we get into it, of course, don't forget to hit like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. We have one honorable mention this year. That's right, we scrapped the 3 from
then
previous.
It just like, it becomes like top 15.
Right.
It might as well be like a top 15. Just top 10, one honorable mention. This is like the best. Not even the best, more so like our personal favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I will go ahead and do that one honorable mention, and this is a new figure we got in 2021.
Hey.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Target exclusive Clone Wars figure. I just can't put this figure down.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't had that kind of an experience with a Black Series figure in such a long time until that Clone Wars Obi-Wan came around, where I just want to pose him and repose him, and you know the feeling. You just can't put him down.
Oh, yeah.
It's been a long time since I felt that way, so I'm like, I feel like Obi deserves some sort of recognition.
Definitely, and that figure was a long time coming as well. Pretty much any Clone Wars stuff was a long time coming in the Black Series, and it's great that it did come now when we have things like photoreal and butterfly joints.
Oh, yeah.
So that the figure is really pretty much the best it can be as far as like a modern, you know, $25 action figure.
Right, absolutely.
It's got great likeness to Ewan, so that's a big bonus.
The vertical hinge.
Yep.
Super big bonus.
Yeah, the hybrid of the 2020 clone parts with the new torso, just really awesome stuff. So definitely an honorable mention. Also, just, you know, quick shout out to Mace Windu as well. I just want to say shout out to Mace Windu.
He's been like an honorable mention for a long time, so
I
finally got dethroned.
I can't not mention him. But we're going to go ahead and jump into number 10 here, which it wouldn't be an out of the basement list if there wasn't some cheating involved. So number 10 is technically a deluxe 2-pack, and that is the Dagobah, Luke, and Yoda 2-pack.
Yeah, I mean, incredible. Incredible likeness to Mark Hamill. Probably the best Luke in the line.
When you consider likeness plus articulation plus paint detail, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
handstand.
Yeah, you get the alternate hands for Luke in that set. You get the backpack, brand new sculpted Yoda that has an alternate head.
Yeah.
You do not see
how random.
Right. You do not see that often in the Black Series. So this is just a great 2-pack. I think it was worth every single penny.
Yes.
Back in the day. I bought that full price, no problem. And if you don't have it, we would highly recommend it. There's a review on the channel.
Coming in at number 9 is Count Dooku. We waited such a long time to get this figure. We went like 6 years, around 6 years before we finally got Count Dooku, one of the biggest villains of the prequels of Clone Wars. Christopher Lee likeness, check. Great articulation, check. Very uniquely sculpted lightsaber hilt, check. Swoosh effect, check. Better than the SHF, check.
You're absolutely right, Justin. It was worth the wait. For a long time, Count Dooku was on our character wish lists.
Yeah, like where is it?
But I am so thankful again that it came out when photoreal existed, because the likeness, like you said, to Christopher Lee is just so good. It's better than the SH figure arts, the soft goods The fact that it actually folds over accurately and stays is fantastic. The articulation, of course, butterfly joints, the deep cut single jointed elbows, the swooshing lightsaber effect. Why haven't we
never be done again?
Why haven't we seen that again in blue, green, purple?
Yeah, it's just another one of these weird Black Series experiments that they've done.
Put it up there with the Dorito stand.
Yep.
Count Dooku is an absolutely wonderful figure. Thankfully has been pretty easy to acquire.
Yeah.
So that's great. And that's going to bring us to number 8, which is the red and black box, number 59, Captain Rex.
Such an infamous figure that we actually remember the number.
Right.
Number 59, red and black box.
You know number 59.
Right. Unfortunately, there's some drama going on with that figure right now with the reissues being canceled. If it's pushed back, I assure you it's worth the wait. I don't care if you have to wait 1 year, 2 years. The Bad Batch Rex doesn't compare to number 59.
Yeah.
The photo reel to Tem is amazing. The, the blonde hair, I mean, the weathering on him is so much better than the Bad Batch version.
Right.
Not comparable. Dusty, grimy, love it. 501st, Captain Rex, I mean, come on. And it's on the updated Clone Trooper body.
True.
Not the old Clone Trooper body like the Order 66 pack. It is on the infinitely better Rex/Bly body. That's kind of like the terminology now. We got the old, the Rex and Bly. We have the new clone body. We have the hybrids of the new clone body.
Right.
I love the Rex and Bly body. I think that's my favorite. I wish all clones would be in that realistic Rex and Bly theatrical sort of look to it.
Number 59 is one you need for the shelf. However, it is definitely not worth paying the insane aftermarket prices that the figure goes for. Currently, like Justin was mentioning, there is some sort of controversy going on with a re-release of this figure, so just hold out. There might be a re-release coming soon.
And that brings us to number 7, which actually is a new 2021 figure.
Hey.
Brand new, head to toe. This is the Deluxe Boba Fett from Return of the Jedi. The Deluxe set that comes with all of the fantastic accessories, all for a nice $29.99. Yes, I know the helmet. Pinch that thing with some heat and you're good to go. Don't even have to mention that.
Right.
But it's a fantastic figure. The flame.
Does also have the knee pad issues.
True.
But it was our favorite figure of 2021, and here it is number 7, and it is also the only figure released in 2021 that is going to be on this list.
That is true. Aside from our honorable mention, that is true.
So, fantastic figure. We've talked pretty much endlessly about Deluxe Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Everyone has. You know it's a great figure. Yeah, it could have used a little bit of weathering.
True.
But
true.
Overall,
they could have made it a perfect figure.
They could have.
But it's number 7 instead.
Number 7. That takes us to number 6, which is easily one of our personal favorite figures of the line, and that is the Gamorrean Guard. Used to be a Target exclusive, then became a fan channel exclusive, is still available to this day for retail price, which is fantastic.
Yeah. That boy got an open mouth.
Articulated
pink
jaw.
Tongue and the inside of the mouth. I just love stuff like that in the Black Series. Like the Bosk has the articulated
One of
mouth.
the few figures to have a wash as well. Soft goods that are fantastic. Painted weapons with little rust details. Little dings and
3 weapons.
Scrapes and scratches.
Yeah, the staff and the 2 different axes.
Right.
You're right, the pelt. I love the soft goods pelt. It's just a perfect blend of soft and hard goods. Like you said, the wash is incredible. The paint job on the whole thing is great, including the face and the green of the arms and the legs and everything. The sandals.
Right.
It's just an all-around random banger. It's one of those random Hasbro bangers where it's like this side character that doesn't get that much screen time, and then they just randomly knock it out of the park.
Right.
We always bring up like figure like Zuckuss when we talk about the random Hasbro bangers, when it's like just the side character that randomly gets a masterpiece figure, and CAMORREAN Guard is one of those. You need 2. I have 2. You have 2?
I have 2.
You need 2.
You need 2.
Okay, now we're in the top 5. These are just... I feel like the top 6, because I want to include the Gam Guard in there. I think the top 6 are just the definitive best, our favorites of the line. So, coming in at number 5 is the Hoth Rebel Soldier. Butterfly joints on a Rebel Soldier. So many different accessories. The new Rebellion blaster rifle. Forget the name. Unpainted blasters, but like the interchangeable face thing is just so unique.
It opens up a door to army building that it kind of, it's a little bit of a disappointment that the figure came out in 2020 and we haven't seen anything else utilize the swappable faces, or even maybe just like a swappable face pack.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like to just buy 4 faces to put on your Hoth troopers, or hopefully when they eventually give us that Endor trooper version that's going to have swappable faces, please.
Yeah, and it's like 2 different faces, so then you could take those faces, get more Hoth troops, and then
but
do all that swapping.
Even with it only having 2 faces, though, the amount of different combinations that you can do
there's like
between
well
the 2,
over 20. I think it's crazy, especially the goggles, the scarf. You could put the scarf over, or you could put it like under, like a handkerchief. Like I said, the goggles, the blasters, just all of the different stuff. I mean,
you could flip the handkerchief upside down so it's like the face mask.
Yeah, you could have the goggles on or off. That's another, like, there's like so many different combinations. Of looks you can have with this trooper, and the paint is great on the figure as well, and the backpack piece is great. Like I said, the butterfly joints, so you could actually get them to aim down their sights of that blaster rifle really well. It's just an all-around incredibly well done figure.
And the backpack has face storage too.
Storage.
Don't forget face storage. Number 4 is a very popular character, fan favorite, and Hasbro absolutely knocked it out of the park. Our number 4 Black Series figure of all time is Cad Bane. Whether you get the deluxe version with Toto, or you just get the standard version, it's an amazing figure, packed with paint details, fantastic articulation. Yeah, you really, you only get his 2 blasters.
True.
Maybe we could have got some blast effects, something along that line, but the scowl on his face.
Yeah, and just the overall sculpt of the
little dusty details on his coat.
The leather jacket and everything. And when we were collecting Black Series back in like 2015, 16, 17, 18, never in a million years did I think we would ever get a Cad Bane. That is how inconsistent the line was back in the day. I never in a million years thought we would get someone as cool as Cad Bane, like the bounty hunter from Clone Wars. Just never thought. The fact that it exists in the line is an achievement in and of itself.
And really, what more can you say? It's Cad Bane.
Right.
Pretty much everyone knows that it's a fantastic figure. If you're out there and you're a Black Series collector and you haven't got Cad Bane, absolutely pick him up.
Readily available right now.
Again, another figure, thankfully, that is readily available. Something that in 2015, 2016, 2017 wouldn't have happened.
Right. Absolutely.
You used to have to beat an old lady with a stick to get Jango Fett.
All right, top 3 status. Unchanged, unbent, unbroken.
Will the top 3 ever change?
I don't know if it's possible.
Well, I guess technically last year it changed ever so slightly.
Yeah.
So, same character, different figure.
Right. So number 3 is the Empire Strikes Back version of Darth Vader. It's a masterpiece figure when you compare it to literally any other toy line, including imports, I still would call this the best Darth Vader action figure based on price alone and how good it is for the price.
Right.
So in that respect, I would call it the single best Darth Vader action figure.
And I would definitely agree with you. I've had quite a few Darth Vader figures over the years, so yeah, they absolutely nailed it. And I think what also made it so awesome was that no one saw it coming.
Right.
We all just thought that the Empire Strikes Back Vader was just going to be a New Hope with a little tweak, the black eyes.
There's different sculpt work on the figure. I was like, wait,
and then,
what?
And then you're like, what are the butterfly joint? And then you're like, oh, the chest is different. And then you realize that actually a significant portion of that figure is
like
actually
parts of the arms
brand new.
Different. Yeah, because I remember reviewing that for the channel, and I was just like, wait a second.
And the Darth Vader costume detail aficionados came out of the woodworks.
Yeah, and it also has that like great like gray,
like the gunmetal
gray on the neck when you like lift up the helmet,
which is accurate to the like prop itself, I believe, but it's kind of hard to see it in the movie.
The lightsaber hilt is better. The lightsaber blade is better because it's the thicker, juicier, deep red, crimson red. I can't believe how much better it is than the 40th anniversary Star Wars one.
Which was a great figure.
True. Very true. But this is the definitive black eyes, you know. That's kind of what I think of when I think of Vader. I think that it's the definitive Darth Vader action figure. I don't think it can be topped. Maybe we get like a super cool Return of the Jedi Black Series one that isn't the sad puppy-eyed dog Vader.
I just want one with the nice chain.
It
the
like
big
really
chain
solidifies like, oh, the Galaxy packaging is like, oh, these are like bangers, because that's when butterfly joints started being in like every one of those figures, like the Admiral Akbar.
Right.
So, like, that first wave of Galaxy packaging, I was like, oh, man, like, we're in for a treat.
Some heavy
with
hitters.
These new waves of figures.
And number 2 was an Amazon exclusive that was also at the time very easy to get and even went on clearance.
Yeah.
But now is one of the most expensive Black Series figures of all time. Number 2 is Emperor Palpatine with the throne. A very nice update to a figure that, for its time, wasn't so bad.
Right. Yeah.
However, they, deleted the plastic skirt, gave him soft goods so we could sit in a beautifully detailed deluxe chair. The purple.
Yeah, the purple for like the cushiony area and like all the buttons and the paint on the side of it, and it swivels on the base. There are alternate heads and alternate lightning effects and the cane.
Yes.
Like, holy crap. Alternate heads, such a rarity in the line, and when we do get them, it's just such a nice treat. I wish it were more common, but for the Emperor Palpatine, it's just amazing. Like the "you will die" head when it's kind of like the Force Lightning head. He has the grinning head. Like, there's just so many good heads, and he sits in the chair perfectly.
Right.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's really just another figure that came out of nowhere, was super dope, and then nothing like it ever came out ever again.
I hope we get to see it again for the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi, because I think the throne is necessary. You are going to see this figure again in the archive line, and it will be the newer Amazon exclusive body with the soft goods and all that. It will be the better Palpatine figure, but I feel like the throne is just like, I couldn't imagine owning that figure without the throne.
I'd also be curious if they're going to pack all the heads and the alt lightning hands in the archive figure. I'm curious to see what it's actually going to come with. However, I'll still pick one up because I do have the throne and I've got some alternate heads and hands I need to put on something. Emperor Palpatine is a masterpiece figure. Again, don't pay the insane prices. The figure itself is coming out in the archive line, and let's hope that we can get some sort of, I'm envisioning it now, it's just like the TVC box set, but it's blown up to 6-inch.
Right.
Call it a day there.
And if that doesn't happen, I'm sorry. because this is absolutely essential to a Black Series collection, and it sucks because it was so easy to get, but I just know it was right before this influx, this absolute flood of new collectors.
Right.
And we get comments all the time from people saying they started collecting in 2020. I'm so sorry. You were just like, you were so close.
Just missed it.
We're on the verge of greatness.
We're so close.
Number 1, gold, platinum.
Anyone who watches our channel knows what this is.
You're absolutely right. It is the Orange Line, Orange Pauldron, Sandtrooper. A figure that I don't think will ever get dethroned.
Yeah.
Because the paint apps, the weathering is fantastic. It's never been replicated in the line ever again.
Except for on the black pauldron and the white pauldron.
Right. Because the black pauldron and the white pauldron figure are great as well, but the orange is just, it's iconic.
It's the orange.
Yeah.
It's orange pauldron.
Weathering, paint detail, all around the figure. On the back of the figure.
Yep.
He's dusted, he's sandblasted, dirty and grimy. The articulation is fantastic because that, the original Stormtrooper body, it ain't bad.
It's
even
not bad.
to today's standards. But the real kicker here is the newly sculpted helmet.
Right.
Which it's like, I can't believe Hasbro literally went through the trouble of doing a different helmet. They sculpted a different helmet for the Sandtrooper compared to the Stormtrooper, and it looks that much better and more accurate, and the accessories.
And they used the better head on what?
The Sandtrooper?
5 figures. Yeah. All the Sandtrooper pauldrons and the Shadow Stormtrooper. And then they just called it a day on that.
Yeah, the proportions on that helmet is just outstanding.
You're absolutely right, though. The weapons, you get the E11, you get the longer blaster, you get the vacuum gun, you get the big backpack.
Big backpack.
If you want to just throw it in there, you could, get the dewback with the lesser Sandtrooper.
The inferior Sandtrooper.
But that one does have the pike thingy.
Yeah.
So that's important too.
That's true.
So the Sandtrooper is just like really fleshed out as far as like a trooper goes. You can do so many different combinations. Of course, if you have multiples, pop that head off, take the pauldron off, have a plain...
Take the backpack off.
Right. There's a lot of customization options with that original Sandtrooper figure, and just like you said, the weathering has never been done that well ever again. It is probably the best weathered figure in the line.
I'll never get over it, and it'll never cease to probably be like my personal favorite, because if you do want to know, like, if you want to take a deep dive into our thoughts on the Sandtrooper, you should check out the video right here after the this video is done, our archive or new body Sandtrooper video that we did, because we mentioned that video, like, if they did one on the new body, the weathering just because they do the digital printing and you can see the printing dots.
Here's the thing. We've already seen their attempt at basically a Sandtrooper with the Remnant Trooper, and we all know that figure doesn't really look that good. He looks more like a toasted marshmallow rather than a sanded, weathered, grimy Stormtrooper that's been on Tatooine for who knows how long, or, has only been there a short period of time, but it's so rough.
So definitely check that out if you want to really take that deep dive into our thoughts, because we say this a lot. It gets a little repetitive after a while.
It does.
So
it does. And I even suggested, what if we did this list, but we said besides the Sandtrooper.
Right.
But you made a great point that this is the definitive list of the 10 best Black Series figures of all time, so we have to include it.
Yeah.
Because it is truly the greatest Black Series figure of all time. Nothing beats it in terms of the perfect storm, articulation, details, accessories, sculpt work, everything like that just is all... While there might be some minor things to nitpick here and there, it's the combination.
Yeah.
And the customization.
And it happens so early in the line.
Right, because it's from the first wave.
When those figures aren't the greatest. Like, they have really limited articulation. Any human faces are terrible, but the Sandtrooper, they just completely knocked out of the park. And to your earlier point about including the top 10 and, like, maybe we don't. When it comes to these, like, top 10 lists, a very overwhelming majority of people watching this right now are not subscribed to our channel.
True. 70% of you are not pressing that subscribe button.
Especially when it comes to these, like, big videos that we make, you know, top 10 videos. So, you know, stick around, maybe click that subscribe button. We are a Black Series channel, so if you're a Black Series fan and you're checking out top 10 lists,
we've got a bunch on the channel.
Check out our catalog. Subscribe, stick around for a while.
So there you have it. That was the top 10 Black Series figures of all time. Let us know what your top 10 list is in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars The Black Series here on the channel. We also have a channel membership, which for 99 cents a month, you can support the channel directly. And you also get some custom emojis and Clone Trooper name badges that change based on how long you are a member of the Basement Dweller Army. There's a link in the description if you don't see the join button next to the subscribe. Of course, if you can't support us in that way, just liking, subscribing, and watching is good enough for us. Special thank you to our channel members, though.
Especially those 6-monthers that we just recently hit. So we have those 501st blue helmets in the comments. I love to see it. It was so satisfying when we finally hit the 6-month mark. So thank you to all of our 6-monthers and all of our 501st members. And obviously everyone who's just become a member or watched or liked or subscribed over the years.
We appreciate
it's crazy.
All the support that we have gotten over the years. This has been truly a wild ride.
It's a journey.
We're excited about 2022. Hopefully everyone is enjoying our content so far this year. This Sunday, we are also continuing our Sunday streams, which happen every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. We are having Victoria's Cantina on this week, so that is going to be an absolutely fantastic discussion with her. We're going to be talking all sorts of Black Series stuff, so you're not going to want to miss it. Again, that's Sunday, 1 p.m. right here on our YouTube channel. Of course, afterwards, if you can't, you know, the VOD is posted right away as well, so you can just catch up and watch the replay if you can't make the stream. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.